What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news for you concerning Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao. The senator of the Philippines has stated that he's interested in fighting the three-time new crown champion Vasily Lomachencko at 135 pounds, according to the Sun News. Um, Manny stated that Lomachencko just beat Linares for the 135-pound title. And if he gets to fight with Lomachencko, he believes he can make that weight and he can fight for another title. You know, um, I think Manny Pacquiao is trying to do too much too late. And I like Manny Pacquiao. I like Vasily Lomachenko too. But I remember a while back, Lomachenko stated that didn't really have any interest in fighting Manny Pacquiao in the future due to his age, and he's not the same fighter that he was. And I just hope to God that he doesn't succumb and just give in to the money that's involved with fighting Manny Pacquiao. And fighting Manny Pacquiao, I think him not fighting Pacquiao is shows a lot of integrity, because you don't want to fight anyone at this point of their career because you're not going to get full credit for it. You're going to get a lot of Pac-Man fans, I mean the crazy ones, that will criticize you for beating up on an older guy. You know what I mean? And I don't think it would be right. Of course, if the fight is made, everybody's going to watch it, but it's like, if Manny gets out there, and it depends on what happens with his fight with Matisse. No, it really doesn't. I take that back. It doesn't matter what happened in the Matisse fight, because Matisse is a totally different fighter than Lomachenko. You know what I mean? He has the speed advantage on Matisse. Matisse is a pretty decent boxer, but he doesn't have the speed like that. It was a good matchup for Manny Pacquiao, but Vasily Lomachenko, that's all wrong. But I've covered this before, and it keeps resurfacing because Manny Pacquiao keeps demanding these top-notch fights from these top-notch fighters. And, you kind of, I don't know. I guess it's like, it's aggravating to hear that now. Like, why would you now want to fight these guys now? You know what I mean? He's fighting Matisse, he wants to fight Lomachenko. And guys like that. He'll take $20 million to fight Crawford, you know what I mean? And stuff like that, just crazy numbers, crazy fights that now in your career. And I've been telling people, whoever listened, if you looked at my videos, over a year's past, if you researched them, I kept saying when Manny Pacquiao looked good before he fought Jeff Horn, fight these guys now. Fight the Thurmans now, the Garcias now. Don't fight them a year from now, which is ironically to say, a year from now is now this time. Okay? And he does look like an older fighter. We've seen him in the Jeff Horn fight. He did not look like the prime Manny Pacquiao. He didn't look terrible, but he did not look great. Okay? He looked like a fighter that has missed a few steps. He still has pretty decent power, and that's the only thing that I could see him capitalize on if a fight with Vasily Lomachenko happened, because Linares was able to catch him with that straight right. But, if Manny, still has that power going into a fight like that and coming down, about 10 pounds, to do so, if he still has that power at 135, that could be his equalizer, something kind of like a Deontay Wildish, like, perception of his power. But we don't know how he would be at 135 because he hasn't fought there in over 10 years, ever since he beat David Diaz. So, I mean, you don't know what Manny Pacquiao will look like at 135. Now if, and only if, if the rumors were right, he said he had to eat 3 or 4 times a day and throwing up to even keep the weight at welterweight. That means you shouldn't have been there in the first place that long of a time frame. You know what I mean? So you should have been down at 135. But I just hope Vasily Lomachenko goes on to fight other fighters besides Manny Pacquiao, not giving to the money. Because I wouldn't want to see that particular fight, because Lomachenko, he's acclimated to that weight now. Manny Pacquiao hasn't fought there in 10 years. Manny Pacquiao is 39 years old. You know what I mean? By the if a fight like that could be made, you know it's going to be made what, September maybe. You know, that makes Manny Pacquiao a step closer to 40 years old. You know, and I've seen his workouts, you know, and a lot of his workout videos, and he's just not the same fighter. You know, you could see that he's trying, you could see that he has like similar combinations, but the speed doesn't match between him even 2 or 3 years ago versus him now. So no, I wouldn't want to see that personally. If the fight gets made, so be it. But I would hate it for it because again, I like Manny Pacquiao. You know, he's done a lot for the sport of boxing, and I don't know why he feels that he has to keep on fighting the best guys. You know what I mean? But I guess that's what champions do. But he's not a champion anymore. You know, he's been an 8-time division champion. But you know, but here's the thing. I respect any fighter that fights the elite guys when he still can. Okay? Because I give Floyd flack about that. So you have to be fair. Because Floyd could have fought, you know, better opposition on his last fight after the Pacquiao fight. He fought Andre Berto, which Andre Berto is with 4 losses. You know what I mean? The old Floyd would have laughed at a guy with a record like that. The old Pretty Boy Floyd wouldn't even fought a dude with four losses. That's why he didn't even want to fight Sugar Shane Mosley in the Brian Kenny interview. If you guys can remember that, you know, the one, Shane Mosley, the one with 5 losses, that Shane Mosley, well, the guy that you fought last had 4 losses. You know what I mean? So it's one step, 1 loss less than the guy that you criticized for not fighting, which was a elite fighter at the time, but he fights Andre Berto. So but the thing is, so I have to address that because Floyd did not fight the guys. So I guess we expect Manny Pacquiao to. But but you got to be fair about it. If Manny Pacquiao is not beating the elite guys, if he didn't win decision against Jeff Horn, why would you want to see a Lomachencko fight with a guy that's one of the best pound for pound? Why would you go for broke knowing that you are not in that position to go for broke anymore? You know what I mean? You could try. I mean, I guess we could give you an A for effort, right? But at the end of the day, if you lose, no one would expect, oh, wow, how did Manny Pacquiao lose to Vasily Lomachencko? He's just too old, So, yeah, but I don't want to see a fight like that. But if he's going to pass the torch to Lomachencko, let him do it and get the hell out of there. Don't do what Roberto Duran did. Keep getting beat, keep getting beat, keep getting beat because in your mind, you don't know how to stop fighting. You don't know how to get out of the ring. You know what I'm saying? And that's the sad thing about some fighters that they've took damage all through their career. Look at Manny Pacquiao, the punches that he taken by Juan Manuel Marquez, Eric Morales, Miguel Cotto, like countless other fights that he's just took punishment in the ring. He's been in a lot of wars. And then you get to a point in your career where you get older, then you slow down. Now you're taking more punishment. That's what I'm getting at, guys. That's what I don't want to see that Manny Pacquiao goes through. Sure, he's interested in a fight, but he's still trying to stay on the elite level. Him, Mayweather, guys like that, let it go. Let it go. I mean, you see Floyd trying to train at UFC. These guys won't be convinced until someone hurts them. You know what I mean? And if Lomachencko does to Manny Pacquiao like Manny Pacquiao did to Oscar De La Hoya, well, so be it. Because these guys, I guess they have to learn the hard way. I guess a fighter's life is hard. They fight, right? So, but anyway, man, you guys tell me about Manny Pacquiao's interest and what you think about this particular video and situation. Of course, please subscribe. Check out my Facebook page, Counterpunch Boxing News. And of course, you guys been counterpunched. Peace.